That's what I would do. But overall, those 5 categories taken into account, I would say, yeah, this is definitely top shelf in terms of outdoor, indoor composite leather basketballs that you can get in the 2024 market. A few last points about this Forge Series basketball. Number 1, and a huge downside to me about this basketball and any basketball that does this, you know, a lot of composite leather basketballs kind of do this. They don't really have a choice, but they need to have this barcode on the basketball so that it can be scanned at various, you know, retail places. However, it goes through the manufacturing process where, in the retail process where it needs to be scanned and kept track of, it has to have this kind of barcode on it. The problem is they recess out a part of the amazing composite leather panel to put a flat barcode on here, right? So it's almost like a tiny little grip channel in that it's indented into the cover of the basketball. The problem is, if this were pebbled as well, I guess the barcode would be harder to read, and to make the barcode easier to read, they just make this completely flat. What happens with that is it's completely slippery. Now, it's not as slippery as it could be, right? I've seen other flat barcodes that have been super, like, unforgivably slippery. It's still a little bit rubbery, so it's still a little bit tacky, but there's a huge problem, especially if the basketball is completely brand new. If you catch it and your middle finger or one of your shooting fingertips falls onto this spot, when you go to shoot, especially if the ball is wet, like with sweat or rain or whatever, if your fingertips falls on this completely flat little section of the basketball, you're gonna miss if you shoot with your finger here. It's that slippery. Companies need to figure out how to not do this. They need to figure out a way around it. This is not okay. Not just a Wilson thing, it happens with every brand that has to have this kind of barcode on their basketballs. Also, the same kind of concept that applies across the board to different basketballs is when you paint the basketball, when you give the basketball like color, right, on like the logos and whatever, the paint is slippery. Like, it just gives it a little bit of a slip. Now again, as the basketball is broken in, probably won't make much of a difference, but when it's new and it gets wet from sweat or rain, it's just, if your fingertip is on there, it's gonna slip. And that's part of like the breaking in process, and it's kind of like, you kind of have to accept it because it's kind of universal across the board. But it's 2020, it's almost 2025. I just wish like companies would figure out a better way to not, you know, have that be the initial condition of the basketball. Other than that, this basketball is right there top shelf with any other of the highest quality basketballs I've tried and reviewed on this channel. Definitely worth the $40 price tag, even considering the initially slippery grip channels that can be a very big deal. But I do anticipate, because it's Wilson, because Wilson knows what they're doing, that as these basketballs get worn in and broken in properly, it probably won't ever be great. Like, it's probably never going to be an asset of the basketball, but I think once it gets broken in properly, it probably won't be at least a problem anymore. It'll be pretty neutral once the basketball's broken in. So once that's the case, and assuming the high quality cover maintains its feel and the pebbling is still pronounced, you know, as much as it can be once it's broken in, I think at that point the basketball will still be worth that $40 price tag and should be considered top level, top tier indoor outdoor basketball. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, if you think it's going to help you decide whether or not to give this basketball a try, then please subscribe to the channel. Also, of course, you can find affiliate links to this basketball down in the description of this video. And if you have experienced this Forge Series basketball before, please let us know down in the comments what you think of the basketball, how you think the performance is, and definitely let me know how you feel about the inseams of the grip channels of the basketball. Did they break in eventually? Did they feel better? Or did they even bother you initially like they bother me? But before you do comment, make sure you hit that thanks button down below, because not only does hitting that thanks button highlight any comment you make, making it stand out from any other comment, but also it directly supports the channel. So for anybody that does hit that thanks button, know I genuinely appreciate it. As always, like, share, comment, like I said. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever any video goes live on this channel. And until then, I'll see you guys next week.